My mission is to impact the hearts and minds of women, helping them change their stories and empowering them to love themselves, their bodies, and their lives. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Change Your Story podcast. I'm Hannah Dawson, your host and transformation coach. I'm a certified personal trainer, nutritionist, mindset coach, writer, speaker, and creator of the Fit Club Babes app, and I am here to help you transform your life. While I love teaching all things nutrition and fitness, and trust me, you'll get lots of that on here, my true passion lies in the power of mindset and self-relationship. I know firsthand how powerful a mindset shift can be. It has profoundly impacted not only my health and fitness journey, but also my relationship with myself, and it can do the same for you too. Many women believe as we age, we lose our beauty, body, and health, but that's not true. You can feel and look amazing and get better with age, and I'm going to show you how. Are you ready to change your story? Let's flip the script one thought at a time. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the Change Your Story podcast for another episode of Lessons and Reflections from my story. We are on part 3. This was my spiral into addiction, and I hope that my lessons and reflections will really help you in your life, whatever that area is. Maybe you're in this, maybe you know someone in this, maybe you were in this, and you have shame from this area in your life, or maybe this is just warning signs of what the dangers of addiction, where it can really lead. And so I'm really, grateful that I have this podcast to be able to share this with you. And though, this, was probably one of the darkest times in my life, and an area that took me years and years and years to heal from, and to get to this point of even being so vulnerable and so, I believe, courageous for just opening up about this, because I think that, more women are, and more young girls are into this life than is talked about. And so I just hope that this will be such a light for you, or for someone you know, or from someone you know that knows someone in this life. So make sure that if you do, you share this podcast, because that is the point of this, is to be a light in someone else's darkness. And so again, this was one of the darkest parts of my story, but it's also one of the most important ones that I need to share. And so I'm speaking to the woman right now that feels stuck, whether you are in addiction, bad relationships, or living a life that feels like soul suicide. Maybe you are still in that life, or maybe you've made it out, but you can't seem to move forward because of the shame that you are carrying. I want you to know that your past doesn't define you, and that the shame doesn't have to control your future. And so in this episode, I have for you a reminder that there is hope, there is healing, and a better life waiting for you. You just have to take the first step. And so part 1 in this episode is called Releasing Shame and Forgiving Yourself. And so I know the shame that you feel. I know what it's like to look back at that part of your life and feel disgusted, broken, or like you'll never be able to move forward. But here's the truth. Shame is a parasite. It feeds on your soul, and it keeps you stuck in the past. It convinces you that you are not worthy of something better. It tells you that because of what you did or what you've been through, you'll never be whole. But I'm here to tell you that's a lie. I feel like that Maury Povich show, and that was a lie with the DNA test, and that's a lie. I don't know why that came up right now. All right, but for all seriousness, if you've made it out of that life, I need you to hear me when I say this. You are strong, and I need you to know how rare it is to break free from those cycles. The statistics for women who make it out are slim to none. And yet, here you are. This is proof of your strength, your resilience, and your worth. You don't have to carry the weight of what you've been through anymore. Forgiveness isn't about excusing your past. It's about setting you free from it. And so, reflection, it doesn't matter what other people think of you or your past, okay? What matters is how you choose to see yourself today. Your past isn't who you are, it's just a part of your story. And every day you have the power to write a new chapter. So, you have to forgive yourself. It doesn't mean forgetting your past. It just means recognizing that you did the best you could with what you knew at the time. And you are now choosing to grow from it. So start by replacing shame with compassion for yourself. And something, that my husband really shared with me about my past is he goes, you didn't know any better, there's things that we have been through in life that, that take us down a road, and we make choices that later on have consequences. But that doesn't define us, especially when you make choices to get yourself out of that. And if you're in that, it's okay too. You are still worthy, you are still loved, and there is hope. And so you still have to forgive yourself, and you still have to love yourself, because love is the only way out. And so if you start with love and start with forgiveness, you'll start to see light on your path, even if it's just the step in front of you, even if it's just for one step at a time. Know that you are worth saving, you are worth loving. It doesn't matter the mistakes that you're making or the darkness that you're in or how dark your past was, there's hope in it. And so that's what I wanted to say in this next part is the power of belief and hope. If you're still in that life, I need you to hear this, is that you have the power to make it out. I know it feels impossible because that weight of that life, wherever you're in, can feel like a drug, right? It can feel like a noose. It can feel like this darkness has control over you. It can also feel impossible. And I know it feels like you are drowning, like there's no way out, but there is, okay? A tiny spark of belief got me out. And so whether for you it's God or the universe or just the idea that there is something better for you, that spark is enough. You need to hold on to it. You need to feed it. Let it guide you to take the first step, even if it's the smallest one. And if you've already made it out of that life, but you are struggling to heal, that same belief will guide you forward. Hope isn't just about escaping the darkness, ladies. It's about learning to thrive in the light. You don't have to have all the answers right now. All you need to do is have the courage to keep believing that your life can and will get better. For me, you guys, hope was the thing that kept me alive. Even when I didn't believe in myself, I believed in the possibility of something better. And that belief gave me strength to leave the people, places, and things that were keeping me trapped. And so, one of the hardest truths that I had to face was that I couldn't change my life while staying in the same environments that was killing me. So ladies, you have to change your environment. Your environment has so much power over you, you don't even know. It's cueing you subconsciously. So, the people I was hanging around, the places I was going, the things I was doing, they were pulling me deeper into darkness, like quicksand. And the more you stay, the deeper you sink. And if you are trying to get out, you have to be willing to leave the environments that keep you stuck. And this can be scary because maybe it's all you've ever known. Maybe you don't know where to go. For me, it was moving to Edmonton. I had family in Edmonton. Do you know how scary this was? I literally left everything behind because I believed in my heart that I didn't know what it was, but I had to follow that belief, that spark. And I left with a suitcase, left everything behind, no money, no anything. Nobody knew what was going on with me. I didn't even know how I was going to pay rent or where I was going to live or what was in store for me. But I had faith that it was better than what I was in. And if I would have stayed, I would have died. Literally, soul death, physical death, whatever, I would have died in it. And so you have to change your environments. And so that means letting go of friends who are living in the same destructive lifestyles. It may mean leaving the nightlife, the clubs, the brothels, the place that trigger you to stay the same. It's not easy. It's scary as hell, I know. But staying where you are will only keep you stuck in pain. And so for me, I had to physically remove myself from the environments that were pulling me down. I had to start surrounding myself with people who were living the life that I wanted to live, not the kind of life I was running from. And so if you want to break free, you can't keep going back to those people, places, and things that broke you. You have to get around people who inspire you, places that feel safe, and habits that push you towards the life that you deserve. There's so much help out there, ladies, whether you need to go to a woman's shelter, whether you need to go to rehab, whether you need to just reach out to family and let them know what's going on, whether whatever area that there is help. And the thing is, you already know. You already know the step that you need to take. And I promise you, it will be the best step of your life when you choose life, right? And so, the next lesson in reflection that I want to share is the dangers of hardening your heart. And so for a long time, ladies, what got me into that life was the belief that I didn't need anyone. From the time I was a little girl, being abandoned so many times, abuse, my belief around, I had to earn my way and nobody was going to help me really hardened my heart. And I decided I would do it alone because I thought that made me strong. I would never depend on anybody. I would never have to depend on anybody for love, financial support, security, safety. You've been there. You know it. If you are listening and you're in that life or you've been in that life, you know this part I'm speaking to. But here's the truth. That mindset is self-destructive. It isolates you. It convinces you to carry the burden you were never meant to carry alone. And here's the thing. You don't have to do it alone. There are people who want to help you. There are safe spaces you can heal. But you have to be willing to let down your guard and trust again. And ask for help. Because asking for help isn't weakness. It's bravery. It's courageous. It's choosing to believe in something better for yourself even when it feels scary. Sharing my story, this part with you was the scariest thing. That's what's taking me so long. Is the part I wanted to shut away. I don't have to remember that. Lock those skeletons in the closet. But I knew if I did that, to the girl, to the woman listening right now, you wouldn't hear this. And maybe this is the thing. Maybe this is the key to unlocking you and setting you free. Maybe you feel you're so trapped in this darkness, in this jail cell, like you're trapped in a funhouse mirror, you can't find your way out. And so maybe my words are speaking life. Maybe they are. They're bringing life and light, and they're unlocking. The doors are opened. You can leave. You can run free. You can heal. It's meant for you. You are worthy. You are loved. You're not your mistakes. They are only power, girl. Those things that you have went through, whether it's addiction, brothels, strip clubs, drug dealing, abusive relationships, girl, that's going to turn into crazy power. When you get healing and you speak that over people's lives, that's going to awaken people's hearts and souls and mind. So love yourself enough to get out. And so I want to go into some 5 lessons. So get your pens and paper, okay? Number 1, your past doesn't define you. It's just a chapter in your story. And every day is an opportunity to write a new one. That's the truth. Number 2, shame is a parasite that will eat you alive if you let it. It will tell you to keep things in the dark. It will tell you not to ask for help. It will tell you, even when you've made it out, that you can never tell anybody that it would damage your reputation, that what will people think, all that's a lie. Because when you keep that inside, it eats you like a cancerous disease. I'm not joking. It will make you tired. It will make you depressed. It will give you anxiety. It will show up in areas that will keep you small, keep you stuck, keep you limited. So you have to let it out. You have to let it out so life can go in. You have to forgive yourself, because your past doesn't matter. Not because your past doesn't matter, but because you matter. Number 3, belief and hope are your lifeline. Hold on to the possibility of a better life. This was so important for me. That Sears catalog when I was a little girl, that was my lifeline. That was my hope. I wanted to be a mom. I wanted to be married. And my full thrust into that dark life was just because I felt so like I didn't deserve it. And so I slowly tried to kill myself away. But then that hope, that faith, that belief, like I said, I didn't meet God in churches, ladies. I met God in the darkest parts of my addiction and my loneliness, because God doesn't ever leave you. He is always there. He's omnipresent. It or he or whatever you believe, the universe, source, it is there. It is what has created you. So all you have to do is believe in it, and it will be the thing that pulls you out. Let it be, the belief that guides your steps. Number 4, change your environments. Your environments have to change in order to change your life. You cannot heal in the same places with the same people that broke you. Surround yourself with those who inspire you and see you grow. I literally physically had to move provinces and cities and surround myself with my family that I knew was going to church, that had the life that I wanted. They were getting married and had kids. I had to put myself in those positive environments in order to get myself out of what I was in. All right, and then I had to ask for help. Right, I had to be around people that inspired me to grow. I had to realize that, I had to ask for help. Like I just said, you have to ask for help. Do not harden your heart and try to do it by yourself. That's not being strong. That's a sign of weakness, actually. You're only weakening yourself. Healing happens in connection. You were never meant to do it alone. So don't think that you have to be the woman that does it all on her own. Whether you're a single mom, whether you're not a single mom and you're going through pain, whatever you are in your life, you don't have to do it alone. You can ask for help. And when you ask for help, healing happens through connection. Remember that. So, final thoughts in closing, ladies, and to all the women listening right now who feel stuck, who feel ashamed, or who feel they are too far gone. I want to say this: you are not broken. You are not beyond hope. Your story isn't over. Whatever you are still in that life, whether you are still in that life, or trying to heal from it, you have the power to create something new. Start, for one, by forgiving yourself. Start by believing that there is more for you. And most importantly, don't let shame or fear keep you from taking the first step. You are worth it. And you always have been. I love you so much, and you are so loved. You are so loved, and you have such a powerful purpose. That's why you were tuning in today. That's what led you here. And so if this is you, I want to be here for you. And you can reach out to me. Everything will be in the show notes, including my email, my personal email. You can email me. I can lead you to resources if you feel stuck in this life that will help you out. I know lots of resources, especially if it's addiction or, that type of dark lifestyle. Don't hesitate to reach out. Share your story with me, and I can connect you to the right people if that's what you need. Just knowing that there is hope. Hope is here. Hope is right here. And I love you all. Until next time, I will see you next week, where we are going to go over more lessons and reflections from Second Chances. And this episode and the next ones, I hope really ignite your faith and your belief, and really just stir up something really powerful in you to really show you, how amazing you are. I love you so much. Bye for now.